Hi everyone. Now what we've got here is I'm live streaming at YouTube, and I'm live streaming my video up in the top left and also a couple of windows. Now a couple of days ago I created something called the Essex Police UK on Twitter, and this is an example to put them literally on the map. And when I say them I mean anyone. In this example it may be some police. So you'll notice, and I'll come to this in a minute, and this is the exciting part of why I've got to do it live, is on the right hand side here you'll see a little broadcast button. And first of all, what I've done is I've looked at the 102, 103 Twitter accounts for Essex Police, and I've looked at how I can embed some photos, and also I can put in some videos. So for an example, just going out, and this is the beauty of this, is that I've got a couple of scenes, by the way, so in one click I can go back to me, but I could take the stream straight back to what we're showing you. So for an example, if I go down to this fella here, PC Alan Conran, and click the button, what we see, and this is the logged out public version, is a picture, but this picture is actually a video. So if I click it, what we get is his video at YouTube. I won't play it because that will take over the stream. So we go back. Now if we look at another fellow here down at Inspector Nick Elliott, we can see that the photo is there. So that is the photo which has been copy pasted from Twitter URL. Now if we go back, and this is back to the original map, we can see that on the public version there are some layers, and that is the list, which if I click them we've got a ton of accounts down here. We've also got the county of Essex, and I've taken this from a Google Earth public KML file. In other words, you just import that layer. If I turn the layer off, you'll see that it disappears. Similarly, if I turn off the Essex Police, that disappears as well. Now let's go back to the exciting part, which I hope will work, and that is that literally if you were given this link on Twitter and you knew a live broadcast was going to happen, then what we can do, and I've just positioned it in the sea here with a picture of a monitor or a TV. I click it once, and now at the moment I'm live at YouTube and I'm broadcasting at 15 frames a second at about 480p. If I click this, it will open up, and I apologize so I get some feedback here. I click it once, and now at the moment I'm live at YouTube and I'm broadcasting at 15 frames a second. You found that directly from. If I click, so it's slightly behind here, so I'm going to get a bit of apologies, so I get some feedback. There you go, we're just a few seconds behind. And when I click it once, and now at the moment I'm live at YouTube and I'm broadcasting at 15 frames a second. You found that directly. Just shows how fast. If I click, so it's slightly behind here, so I'm going to get a bit of apologies, so I get some feedback. There you go, we're just a few seconds. If I let this run, this will go on. I click it once, and now at the moment I'm live at YouTube and I'm broadcasting. I'm going to end the stream here, but what I'm going to do is just take this down and show you the logged in version of what I see. And what I see is, of course, I'm in edit mode here, and I can add, I've got a hand up here so I can move the stream around, the map around. I've got some markers I could add some lines and shapes and cycling routes and all sorts of things. And I've even got a, which is pretty nice actually, a ruler. So if I click here, and I can drag that down to tell us that it's 73 kilometers in that distance. So there's tons of little tools that we can work on here. So on the left hand side, if you're new to My Maps, which is an awesome little thing, one of the 100+ free services from Google, is we can add, you can notice that at the top left hand side there's 388 views on this map so far, and then the options that I've got is new copy and all the rest of the stuff here. I can set a default view, that's quite handy. And what we're doing here is we're layering the information. So in other words, I've got Essex Police, which I've already said to you, which is a layer. It disappears. I can turn it on and off, customize the appearance of the layer, and also I can rename it, delete it, or open a data table. And that's really important because the way I've actually made this is that I've used Google Sheets, spreadsheets, and I've copy and pasted the data in. Now, okay, there's 100 and it took me 100 bits of information, but if somebody gave me a spreadsheet already, then I could just come in here and copy and paste it, and it'd be so much quicker. You can see for some reason that there are some push pins here, but I'm not going to be too worried about that. The main thing is that if I put, say, a generic in here for Clacton, it finds it, Clacton in Essex. Sometimes we put postcodes in. So for an example, you'll see, and I'll show you this down here, is if we look at something like the headquarters, and this is an example, it's a demo. in that the headquarters, of course, are on one pushpin, which is the headquarters of Essex Police. But the reason I put 21 little pushpins around here is simply because I can create 21 pins on top of each other, and we're never going to see the labels, are we? So one such example here was a shout out to Inspector Lee Duval from OSG, and he said, hey, I'm more up at Boreham Way. I went, okay, that's fine. So I changed it and I dragged it. If I wanted to drag it, what I'd do is I'd click it, and then remember, any of these postcodes or this longitude latitude is not where the person's located. It's an approximate distance. One of the things I could look at is adding to edit it, to add a photo or a video, some directions, or I could bin it. Of course, I won't bin this. So that's all I wanted to show at this stage, and as a final thing, of course, I can say thanks very much for watching, and feedback is most welcome, because this is an ongoing investigation, research, study, call it what you want.